Yo, what's good, people? We're back with another Monks boxing breakdown, but this one's a little different. This is the aftermath. We don't normally do these ones on the pod, but for special circumstances, special fights, we gon' do it. But yeah, man, you're watching Moretime podcast. More time is more time. I'm the Flying Monk, as you know. Yeah, man, we're here to discuss this weekend's big fight, ERROL SPENCE versus TERRANCE CRAWFORD. And yeah, man, wrong scene, you get me, people. But yo, what can I say? Big fight, didn't let me down. Stayed up till God knows what time in the morning to watch that. Turned out to be like 4:30, 5 o'clock. It was all worth it though. We got the fight we wanted, the fight we expected, the fight we needed for the boxing game. Because everything else has been a shambles, you know what I'm saying? But let me just check. Nah, we're good. But yeah, everything else has been a bit of a shambles, you know? But basically, Crawford is the pound for pound greatest fighter on the planet right now as we talk. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no ifs, no buts, no maybes. Crawford is the Don, you know what I'm saying? I got the prediction right, you know what I mean? I knew Crawford would pull it out of the bag. I said the 11th round, but it was a 9th round TKO. And where do I start, man? Where do I start? Go to but yeah, man, Crawford the big dog. Basically, if you watched it, you witnessed one of the greatest shows of boxing skill and acumen, power, speed, accuracy, timing, footwork, defense. What else? Just keeping a cool head. All of those tick. Man, tick them all off the box. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, round one, I'd give it slightly to I'll give it slightly to ERROL Spence. Round one, he he came out of the gate looking sharp. But before that, the walkouts, they all Spence came out, had a walkout with some rapper, I can't remember who it was. Yeah, it's just some big brother, you know what I mean? Big brother in a shirt and that. But then when I seen Crawford roll out with Eminem, Slim Shady, you know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to take a stand, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Mom Spaghetti and all that shit. I knew what time it was, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. So Spence took round one, and then from 2 to 9, it was just a shutout. Crawford showed the world why he is the GOAT, why he is the pound for pound, why it is the Crawford era right now. We had our Mayweather era and all them ones, you know what I'm saying? But this is the Bud era, you know what I'm saying? And it's not so much the result, it's how it happened. It's weird, it's hard to explain, isn't it? Crawford made Spence look like an amateur, innit? And if you know anything about boxing, ERROL Spence is an elite boxer. If this was anyone else on the planet, ERROL Spence would have just just knocked him out, you know what I'm saying, or took him the distance and won, and just points them. But when you come up against Crawford, you just witness God in the flesh. You know, when Charles Martin was like, I walk this earth like a god, he was chatting shit, you know what I'm saying? He got knocked. But that quote applies to Crawford, you know what I'm saying? He walks this earth like a god, you know what I'm saying? He literally just bodied man, made him look like a ute. Yeah, it didn't even seem like a competitive fight, even though it was put down as a 50-50, and it should be in all, you know what I mean, really. But the fight didn't play out like that way, you know what I'm saying? It was like an 80-20 in favor of Crawford. Yeah, it's mad. I didn't see the fight. I didn't see it being that easy for Crawford, but like before the fight, I was kind of, you know what I mean, I always leant towards Crawford. That was my pick. If you watched the previous episode of Monk's Boxing Breakdown, episode 6, where we broke down what each fighter is bringing to the table, it looked very close, innit? And everybody, all these streamers and podcasters and pundits, they were going with Spence, innit? But I knew, innit? I knew. As Rance would say, I told man, you know what I'm saying? I told man, Crawford is the truth, innit? So yeah, man, he fucking round 2. He was just the jab. The jab was just elite, innit? Like, it was forcing Spence to try and move low and hit the body, but he just kept getting caught. It was way too easy. And then he was catching him with a backward stepping right hook, you know what I'm saying? And that one was just catching him every time. I kind of feel like he even he could have finished the job earlier, you know, if he was like if he wasn't such a mature professional fighter, you know what I mean, you might have just thought, fuck it, you know, I just want to blast him out. Because after like round 3, round 4, one of the first rounds he got dropped. May have even been the second, but I think it's the third, isn't it? After he got dropped, he was on shaky. He was shaky for him. But to be fair, he's a warrior. He didn't just quit. You know what I'm saying? He got up off the canvas. Let's go again, innit? Let's go again. He always had a smile on his face, even though his face was slowly getting bigger and deformed and that. You know what I'm saying? He was still smiling. He was blooded up. But he just couldn't handle it, man. And not much was coming back and hitting Crawford. His defensive skills are elite. Defense is just as important, or if not more important, than the attack. You know what I'm saying? Because he was just catching things and shaping up right, so it was just hitting arms, or, you know what I'm saying? Very, very clever. Very clever. Great fight. One of the greatest fights I've seen. And it's not like, even though it was a one-sided fight, you knew his opponent was levels, innit? It wasn't like, oh, it's one-sided because one man's a beast and one man's doo-doo, you know what I'm saying? It was actually two dons of the highest caliber, elite specialists, you know what I'm saying, going toe to toe. But it didn't look that way. If you were the optics and if you watched the fight, you would have thought Spence was a novice, you know what I mean? The way it wasn't, nothing was working, nothing. He didn't even look. Yeah, just every question he posed, Crawford had an answer to, and then had his own questions. You know what I mean? And yeah, it was peak for Spence, man. I feel sorry for him a little bit, but he's a champ anyway, regardless. You know what I mean? He's up there, still top tier and that. like I said, if it was anyone else, I don't think they last, innit? I think he gets them out of there. But he just come up against the pound for pound greatest of all time, walk this earth like a god, Crawford. You know what I'm saying? He just came up against the one guy you can't beat. These different levels, man. There's levels to this shit, and he's definitely top tier fighter. Let's look at all the belts he scraped. You can see here on the side, WBO light, ring light, WBA super light, WBC super light, IBF super light, WBO super light, ring super light, WBA welter, WBC welter, IBF welter, WBO welter, ring welter. You know what I'm saying? Man scraped up everything. 2-weight, undisputed, undefeated, champ. You know what I'm saying? The greatest of all time. And I was just happy to witness the fight. You know what I'm saying? Where Spence goes from here, I'm not too sure, man. Like I said, he beats most other people in it, so I think what he will do is go up a weight and yeah, continue his campaign. And then for Crawford, I kind of think the same. You know, I think he might even go up another weight, because it's too easy for him in the current division. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if we could take a quick look at the scorecards. You know what I'm saying? And then he finished the job like a champ. But yeah, man, people, you know me. For this little show, I like to keep this one short and sweet. Just had to go through the aftermath. Like I said, this won't happen for every breakdown, just the elite fights and the fights that are worth breaking down. Yeah, man, big fight. I might even have to go rewatch this right now. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna go down in history. Man, like Terrence Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? T-Bud. He's out here just killing, man. You know what I'm saying? True killer. But yeah, man, like I said, I like to keep these ones short and sweet. I've been the Flying Monk. You've been watching Monk's Boxing Breakdown, The Aftermath, number 6. I'm out of here. Salute.